Welcome to another edition of In the Spotlight with the Minnesota Magicians. I'm Jimmy Lillidahl, play-by-play voice of the Magic. The Magicians playing on Wednesday at the Iron Range against the Cloquet Wilderness and getting a big win. Nathan Krusko, the young rookie, starting the scoring. Mark Mikolas and Luki Laub getting assists on the Krusko goal. Krusko was not done. In the beginning of the second period, he gets his second goal of the game. Luki Laub and Mark Mikolas assisting on that as well. The Wilderness strike back with a Darian Romanko goal. Nicholas Litamaki and former magician Jack Weiss getting assists. Then the Wilderness get another goal. This time it's Brett Heikala, Isaac Berglund collecting the assists as the Wilderness tied the contest at 2. The Magic take a 3-2 lead on a Kane Dermott goal. Dennis Chevron getting an assist on the Dermott goal. Wilderness answering back with a goal from Billy Excel. This was a shorthanded, unassisted goal right before the period concluded. And then in the third period, it's Luki Laub coming up with a monumental goal. It's the game winner with 7 minutes remaining in the contest. Nathan Krusko and Mark Mikolas getting assists on the Luki Laub goal as the Magicians best the Wilderness up in the Iron Range by a final score of 4-3. The Magicians were in action on Friday here at Richfield Ice Arena. Luke Davison starting the scoring for the Minotauros. Blake Lizotte and Christian Mose getting assists. The Magicians strike back with a Chris McKenzie goal, the first goal of McKenzie's season. O'Brien and Chevron getting assists. Chevron's second assist on the weekend. Minot strikes back with a John Snodgrass goal on the power play. Alexander Kostitsin and Chase Springman getting assists. Then it was the defenseman John Lizotte on the power play. Chase Springman and Blake Lizotte getting assists as the Taros led 3-1. Making it 4-1 was Jake Howie. That was an unassisted goal for the Taros as the Taros led 4-1 after 2 periods. In the third period, it's Howie again, this time on the power play. Troy Degler and Casey Johnson getting assists. And then for the Magic, it was Brandon Lovin. Lovin crashing the net. As you see, Sam Becker's shot misses, but it comes back to the front as Lovin finds the twine. Brady Hepner also recorded an assist on the Lovin goal. Then Jacob Howie gets the hat trick. Luke Davison and Chase Springman assisting as Minot gets their sixth goal of the evening. And then the Magicians get one more from Tony Uglum. Matt Colford and Kane Dermott getting assists as the Magicians fell on Friday by a score of 6-3. On Saturday night, the Magicians back in action at Richfield Ice Arena. Minot starts the scoring early. Alexander Kostitsin, John Snodgrass, and Jared Brandt team up for a goal just 4 minutes in. In the second period, Minot, the only team that scored. Christian Mose on the power play. The big John Lizotte getting assists as the Taros led 2-0 after 2 frames. The Taros make it 3-0 with another John Lizotte goal. This was on the power play. Snodgrass and Springman getting assists. The Taros getting another goal from Blake Lizotte. This made it 4-0. Lizotte gets the goal. Christian Mose getting the assist. The Magicians able to strike back with a goal. Spencer Coleman, a big night for Coleman. He gets his first goal of his North American Hockey League career. The former Shattuck St. Mary's standout gets the monkey off his back, so to speak. Mark Mikolas and Matt Colford getting assists. Minot added their fifth with a Casey Johnson goal. James Matias and Lucas Gillette getting assists. And the Magicians finished the weekend with a Matt Colford goal. Mark Mikolas and rookie Kane Dermott getting assists as the Magicians fell on Saturday 5-2 and get swept by the Minot Minotauros. Welcome to In the Spotlight with the Minnesota Magicians. I'm alongside head coach Tom Upton. Tom, a frustrating weekend. Talk about the bounce back and how important that is.
It's huge. You know, that's been our focus. We learned some valuable lessons through the weekend from a very good, very well coached Minot team. The biggest thing I think was we learned why we've been a good second place team all year. They're a first place team for a reason. They come in and they compete and they're hard and they play extremely hard for 60 minutes, both games, and they run their systems to a T and do what they do to a T. And that's the positive that we're taking out of this. You know, completely unacceptable weekend from our standpoint. You know, you might lose games, but you should never lose because you don't work. You know, and that was unacceptable for our guys, and they know that, and they have that expectation of themselves. And we addressed it, but we've come out and had a great week. You know, I told the guys every team goes through a weekend like that, but it's the teams that go up from there that do great, and the teams that go down from there that end up being at the bottom. And I fully expect us to go up. The guys expect to go up from here, and we have. Came out and had a great Monday. We had a very good Tuesday. Came out and had a great morning skate today before we get on the plane for Alaska. And that's our focus. Just continue to get better every day. But we did learn a valuable lesson, and even though we thought maybe we were working hard in order to be a first place team, now we know we got to work even harder. And it's a good thing too for our group. You know, I think that the ability's there. We just need to roll up our sleeves and work even more. And that's why Minot's a first place team, and that's why we've been a second place team all year, which is something to obviously be proud of. But is that where we want to be? No. We want to be a first place team and a championship team, and I'm happy that we learned that lesson early on in the season here. But yeah, very unacceptable weekend for our team, very unacceptable for the fans, for everybody that came out. And we'll get better. We'll be better this week, and we'll learn from it, and we'll become that first place team that we need to become. And yeah, this bounce back is very huge, and this trip is extremely huge for our team, and I expect us to go up there and do a great job.
About that, you guys are about to go on a road trip here in just over an hour. I mean, it's a trip and a half, to say the least.
Yeah.
You're going to be up there close to 2 weeks. You play the Fairbanks Ice Dogs and the Kenai River Brown Bears. Travel, I mean, that's going to be a big factor. You guys are going to get there. You're not going to have a lot of time to turn around, and then you got to play Kenai on Friday.
Yeah, two great teams. Obviously, it's an advantage for them to be up there. You know, when teams need to go up there, it's not easy. Like you were saying, it's a long travel days. You don't get much sleep. You get up there. There's only a certain amount of people from your staff there because of airline tickets, things like that. There's weather. There's anything that you can think of. But we still have a job to do. That's what I told the guys. I don't care what happens. You know, a volcano can go off while we're up there. Like, we still need to go get 2 points on Friday night. That's our focus. And I think that a lot of teams get caught up in all that when they do make this kind of a trip. And so I told the guys, hey, like, expect things to happen on this trip. Delays, cancel flights, whatever. But we still got to go up there and get 2 points. That's it. And this is really going to test us mentally and how we can handle ourselves, especially after the weekend we had, but also get thrown in the mix of a trip like this. Fully expect for us to come back with some great points and continue to climb up the standings after this weekend, but it's not going to be easy because, like I said, two very good teams, also with a heck of a trip on top of that. Our work's cut out for us, but we know that and we're up to the challenge.
In 2004-2005, you were a member of the Central Texas Blackhawks in the NA. You guys had to deal with that travel.
Yeah.
A little bit different as a coach and a player. Obviously, you're not preparing to play, but now you're on the coaching side.
Yeah. No, it's this will be the first time I go up there since I was a player. I went up there 4 times while I played in this league, twice in 1 year, one time, which was great. But it's a cool trip. It's a great experience for the guys. As a coach, I don't know. I haven't been up there yet as a coach, so we'll see. For me, nothing changes. We could be playing a game on Mars. We still got to do things the same way that we always do them, and I'm going to talk about things the way I always do and all that, but I want the guys to really enjoy this experience. They're fortunate enough to be here and be able to travel to Alaska. Some people go their whole lives without being able to go to Alaska. We get to go up there for 10 days, and we get to play hockey while we're at it. So I want them to enjoy their experience, but also understand that we have a goal and a task at hand, and that's to make sure that Friday night we come out and have a great night. So.
And as far as team unity, I mean, the guys are really going to get to know each other.
Yeah.
And everybody. It's going to be a lot of time spending in the hotel, and aside from the games, a lot of downtime.
Yeah, a lot of downtime. Obviously, me and Beads are going to plan some stuff for the guys to do, and I know the guys have some different ideas of things that they've liked to do, whether they heard it from other teams that have been up there and buddies like that. But again, we just want to make their experience great, no different than when they're here. We want to do anything for them to make their experience good. But yeah, there is a lot of downtime, but it's great for a team. I think that our team has come together really well, surprisingly, so far this year, even though we haven't been on the road that much. And I'm sure it's going to get even better while we're up there for 10 days, and I'm sure a little bit of cabin fever will probably start to happen, being around the same guys every single day for 10 days in the hotel. But that's what builds a team. It's a great thing, so I'm excited about it.
November 29th is the next home game. Obviously, you have the 4 games in Alaska and then a couple against Cloquet and Coulee Region. It's going to be quite some time before the boys make it back here. a little bit about that. November 29th, obviously in the front office, we're doing what we can for attendance. But this past weekend, there was a good amount of people. The attendance went up a little bit.
Yeah.
And despite the outcome, there was some good energy in the building. Some seats, the seats were definitely full.
Oh, it was great. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal, and it's a shame that we didn't play up to our expectation in front of crowds like that. But those were phenomenal crowds. Any building that we've been in all year, I haven't really seen a crowd like that. So it's nice for us to have that, and my hat's off to all the fans and the people that came out, and hopefully they'll continue to come out. Obviously we're on a bit of a trip here, and then we come back and it's Thanksgiving weekend. But over the holidays when you got off from school and off from work, why not throw the winter hat on and come watch a hockey game? And I'll guarantee that we will not play games like we did this last weekend. Obviously, like I said earlier, that was not acceptable from our standpoint, from our players' standpoint, and our fans can expect a lot more out of us the next time we step foot in front of their faces. So,
Tom, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Spotlight with the Minnesota Magicians. I'm Jimmy Lillidahl alongside veteran forward Dennis Chevron. Dennis, you're from Germany. Talk about your hometown of Krefeld, or at least where you played last.
Well, it's Krefeld, obviously, as you said. It's not too big, 250,000 people in there. It's a club where I played growing up, so from 8, 9 years old all the way down to under 18s. Yeah, it was a good experience. I had great coaches there, great guys. It was awesome.
You're a second-year player on this club, one of the leaders. One of the reasons why the fans notice you is your physical play. Europeans typically do not play that way. You do. Talk about that.
Well, I think a big part of it is because I'm from Russia, and I started playing there, and that's how I got into playing physical, because we had to play physical there. Because I played with guys that were 2, 3 years older than me, and you had to play physical to be able to play the puck, to be able to play. Mm-hmm. So that's, I think, why I play physical here too.
Absolutely. You just got done, finished with a workout, new workout facility here. You guys are on the bikes, lifting some weights, that kind of thing. How was the workout today?
It was great. I mean, it feels great just to be in our building and not to drive somewhere else to do the workout. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great facility. It's great room with great stuff in there. So yeah, it was good.
You're about to get on a plane, fly up to Alaska, Kenai River, take on 2 very good clubs in the Midwest Division. You made the trip last year. What's that like, being with the boys and going on a trip like that?
It's always fun. I mean, last year we had a hell of a blast. I mean, it didn't play the hockey we looked forward to play. We lost quite a bit of games there, but I think this year will be different, and we'll have a blast for sure.
One of the most exciting things about when you were acquired with the Magicians is we noticed you played with the World Junior Classic for Germany, one of the top players from Germany. What was it like, representing your flag and your country and where you're from?
It's always big. I mean, those moments are unforgettable. Like putting on the jersey with your country on the chest is something really special. It was great. I mean, I will do it again and again and again. It's just great.
Over the summer, Mark Mikolas was drafted. Luki Laub was traded. Yeah. 2 guys you knew of before the acquisitions happened.
That's right.
2 guys from Germany. You guys have a pretty good reputation here in Minneapolis already. What's it like being reunited with those guys? I mean, you've known them for quite some time.
It's so much fun. I mean, last year was a little difficult for me because I was the only one here, and getting along with all those guys, not speaking that language all too good. But now, I mean, with those guys, it's fun to do a lot of stuff. Not at the rink, so visiting each other stuff, that's fun.
The transition to the American lifestyle, you mentioned you grew up in Russia,
yeah.
Then you're over in Germany, now you're over here in the United States.
Yeah.
Last year, you're one of the younger guys I should mention too. Last year you were in high school, you hadn't graduated yet because you were just a 95 birth date. So what was it like coming over here and then doing high school and I mean living in your 3rd country?
It's always hard. It was very hard at the beginning because, I learned English in school, but it wasn't that good to feeling at home, you know, especially being away from your family, from your friends, from my little brother. It was pretty hard, especially with the high school, you know. I heard from other guys that just played hockey. I mean, they woke up at like 10 o'clock and went to practice and that was it. And yeah, going to school last year was pretty tough, but I mean, I challenged it, I did it, I got my degree, so that was good.
Absolutely. Jimmy Oladol alongside Dennis Chevron, veteran forward. Dennis, before we go here, talk about your game. This past weekend, you had a couple of assists. The big hits continue. They keep bringing up the hit chart on MC22, and the Magicians are really beating some teams up physical and owning the ice. And, you know, where are you at with your game, and how have things been going on your end?
Well, it's getting better, for sure, especially because I talk a lot with my lineys, and we're just getting to know each other better and better every game, and we just continue to get better every game. I mean, it's not just me, because obviously those guys are on the ice too with me, so I have to play with them, and they're getting better every game too, so I'm just looking forward to continue to do that.
Dennis, thanks for taking the time.
Thanks, man.
Welcome back to In the Spotlight with the Minnesota Magicians. A big thanks to Dennis Chevron and Tom Upton for joining me this morning. The Magicians are off to Alaska, as you've heard. The flight leaves in just just over an hour here. The Magicians will play 2 games against the Kenai River Brown Bears this Friday and Saturday. You can catch that on fasthockey.com. And then the following Friday and Saturday, it's against the first place Fairbanks Ice Dogs. So 2 more games there. When the Magicians come back, it'll be quite some time before they play a home game. I think the next one's November 29th. There's a couple more road games against Cooley Region and Cloquet. So you can catch the Magicians games on fasthockey.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram for updates about the road trip, that kind of thing. Also, don't forget to stop in at Champs. All home games, if you save your stub, you can bring that in and get a free flatbread. You can also check out the Tony Uglum poster they got over there at Champs. That's going to do it for another edition of In the Spotlight with the Minnesota Magicians. So long, everybody.